Welcome back, Firebase fans, to day 5 of Firebase week, where we're taking a Firestore API, a Firestore collection, and turning it into an API that is canonically REST. We did that in day 1. That added API key authentication. We did that in day 2. In day 3, we added developer documentation and validation. And then in day 4, we added monetization. So here you can see a subscription I have for our to-do API. Here is the beautiful API reference for what we built, showing how I can call this API. All done probably in less than an hour's work total, actually, which is really, really cool. I'm presenting this beautiful canonical REST API over Firestore. Today, to close out Firebase week, we have to do a little bit of AI because it's 2024. And so that's what you do. Because we're feeling a little bit Google friendly, we're going to include some Gemini AI. And generative AI is actually very good at summarizing things. So wouldn't it be cool if the API had a new method that allowed me to get a summary of my to-do items that are currently active or incomplete, and make it funny? Let's have a little bit of humor in our to-do API. So we're going to add a new route here called get summary. And we'll put it at v1 summary. And we're going to need API key authentication. And we're going to want that upstream JOT policy that we upstream authentication for Firebase. And instead of calling a backend, we're actually just going to write some function code here that's going to call Gemini. So I'm going to create a new module here called, let's call it summary. I'll create a new file and bind the function file here to my route, as you can see. So I have get summary on here. It needs an API key, all good. And I've already written the code for this. It's pretty straightforward for this function. So writing functions in Zoopla, it's a bit like having a Lambda. You just you can do orchestration. You have pretty much a full programming language to play with. So let's have a look at what we're going to do. So inside the function, we build the Firestore URL. We use the project ID, and we're going to run a query against some documents. The query is going to be against the to-dos collection. And once again, we're going to query for the user ID where the user is the current sub, the request.user.sub, which will be set by the API key authentication policy. That will give me I can log this out as well so I can debug it if there's a problem. That will give me the query in the Firestore URL that I'm going to fire. Then I'm going to actually fetch from Firestore the to-do items for this particular user. I'm going to get the JSON from that, as you can see here. And I'm going to log that then again in case I need to debug anything. And then I'm going to map them. I'm going to do like a manipulation of the response and turn it into this prompt to send to Gemini AI, where I'm going to join the to-dos. It says, here are some tasks. Write a funny one-sentence summary. Make me laugh. So let's see how funny. I don't like the grammar here where there's no full stop at the end. Let's add that. And then that's going to post off to Gemini with my API key that I've already put into my environment variables. So if we pop back to environment variables, there is my Gemini API key as a secret, as you can see. And I check if the response is okay. If it's not okay, I'm gonna dump out some information that will help me debug what's going on. Otherwise, I get the response data, I parse through it, and I'm going to return the response as a little summary. So let's save that. Pretty straightforward, actually. Pretty straightforward. Let's save that. Should be deployed in under 10 seconds. 4.9 seconds. That is live. Anything else I need to do here? I don't think so. So let's pop back over here. Oh, if we want to monetize the summary, and we probably do, we should add the monetization policy. So monetizing requests. Yeah, that makes sense. That means that if you do a summary, you're going to use one of your included requests in your quota. So let's save that. Let's pop back over here. And I might need to refresh the portal to let the new summary function show up. There it is, get summary. Let's go and test it. Actually, first let's go and look at, have we got any to-do items here? Let's see. Get all to-dos, test. Okay, I have one. Let's add some more first. So, and let's give it something to be funny about, so find the eye of, I don't know how to spell this. Sauron? Is it like that? I'm going to try and find that. Learn spelling from Lord of the Rings. Who knows what Gemini is going to make of this list of to-do items I'm about to give it. Let's see. So now we're going to go over to get summary. And there we go. The response, my to-do list reads like a Tolkien-themed workout plan with a side of remedial spelling. It's not bad, actually. It's, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Good effort. Anyway, that is the completion of Firebase week, day 5. Let's call it a wrap. We took a Firestore API. We made it canonically REST-like. We added API key auth. We added developer documentation, validation, monetization, and a bit of AI for good measure. All in, it must be under 60 minutes work in total. Good luck. Sign up for Zooplo, give it a try, and make some magic yourself.